Good fielding. Was hit very hard to the fielder there at the point region. They'll come back for a single. So at the end of the power play, the Young Guns are now 64 for 2. 64 for 2 with a current run rate of just under 11 runs per over here at the Warner Park. And on that, we want to say thank you to our sponsors. Without you, this would not be possible. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority, the St. Kitts Cricket Association, the St. Kitts Ministry of Sports, D&D Constructions, Rick's Excavator and Trucking Services, Eldorado Rum, Azul Printers, Smart Electronics, Island Purified Water, and Tribless Delights. These are our sponsors for the 2025 Big Six Cricket Tournament here today and throughout the tournament, actually. Pemberton to continue. And I believe on this sort of surface, you would love to have a score anywhere in the region of 200. The batting becomes easier as the day progresses, and it will only get better. It will only get better. Testing delivery, and they come through for a single. So the Young Guns are really running through the sticks, between the sticks, quite nicely here this afternoon. Picking up the singles here and there and picking up the boundaries, which is important. So if they can just bat through this middle period well, and I always say in cricket, in T20 cricket, the team is batting well between that over number 7 to over number 13. The team that bats better in that period normally comes out victorious. And so between those overs, it's very easy to lose your way, because sometimes you find teams, getting off to really good starts, and between those over 7 to 13, they kind of lose their way, and then at the back end, they put pressure on their batsmen to really try to have a go. And sometimes, this is where the bowling team really capitalizes. So it's interesting times here at the Warner Park Cricket Ground. Very good delivery. I just love the way he mixes up his pace. Pemberton. Testing delivery, keeping the batsman honest. It's very important. Don't try and get into the arc, the hitting zone, as they say, of the batsman. Yesterday we had an excellent day of cricket here at the Warner Park. So might have a slight delay. I believe the bowler Pemberton, he's in some sort of discomfort. Really hope it's not nothing too serious, favoring that leg. Hope it's not the hamstring. These sort of injuries plague the cricketers. I believe he'll be leaving the field. Well, not good signs here for the squally quality sports management team. He was bowling very well for his team. And gonna have it checked out by the medic. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and he might just make his way back onto the field pretty shortly. But the score moves on to 66 for 2. The Young Guns, 66 for 2. Bowler to pick up the attack from the media center end, replacing Pemberton. It will be Clark. Right arm fast bowler, medium fast. Edged and, well, it was a difficult chance. It was not out of the blue, but he would have to make some ground to take that one. But nonetheless, an eventful over so far. Another boundary. Well, it was a difficult chance by the keeper. He tried to make his way, but nonetheless, it goes into the boundary for 4. And the score moves on here now to 70. 70 for 2. Going well so far. The Young Guns lost Pluck and the 2 opening batsmen, but nonetheless, still off to a steady start here. And it's just 7 overs bowled. They're going at over 10 runs and over, which is very healthy. You know, if they could continue in the same vein, they will really and truly get towards that 200 mark, which I believe is a really good sort of score on this surface. Carmichael to continue. We saw previous over, he got some purchase off the surface. We'll be trying to exploit those good areas early on. Try to get a bit of spin. Not a good delivery. And it's a no ball signal by the umpire. Well, very few times in cricket you find spinners, and it's very unlikely that spinners bowl no balls. But this time Carmichael being guilty of overstepping the front crease, and it results in a no ball and also a free hit. It's over the top, and some good work there by Tarek Jeffers. It was a no ball. It went straight up in the air to Tarek Jeffers. Took the catch when the batsman was trying to go through for a single, but fortunately they didn't get there. So we've seen spin on this surface so far, looking good and really restricting the batsman. Carmichael doing a very decent job for his team with the ball thus far. for Michael have figures of he's just into his third over, almost completing his third over. He's picked up the 1 wicket and conceded just 18 runs. And as we say that, it goes for another boundary. Well, it was it the commentators' curse, as they would say. You praise the bowler and then he gets a boundary. Well, as the over comes to an end and the score now moves on to 76 for 2, the Young Guns. Eight overs bowled so far. And slowly you could see, this run rate really being pulled back. Slowly, it was 10 the previous wave over. Right now, it's just about 9.5. So credit must be made to the bowlers of the Quali sports management team, really restricting the Young Guns and trying their best to put a halt on scoring. Hit hard down the ground, and it'll just be a single. So I believe it's the Jerry Clark, the bowler. He's bowling from the media center end. Straight down the ground with this disdain, and it will go into the fence for a boundary. It was hit very hard and ferociously straight down the ground, and it resulted in a boundary for the batsman. So the score has raced on to 81 for 2, and the Young Guns looking to pile on more pressure. Another one hit into the deep boundary. They will come back for 2, and they will get it quite comfortably. Hit straight down the ground again, and it will go into the fence for another boundary. And the bowler is not pleased from the effort of Jeffers down on the long on boundary. He was hit ferociously, but the ball wins the chase. And another boundary here at the Mono Park Cricket Ground. It's raining boundaries so far in this over. And Clark is not a happy campaigner at the moment. Big boundary down there on that end. I believe it's somewhere around the region of 75 meters. So you have to really hit that ball very hard and time it pretty nicely to get that ball over the fence. As the over comes to an end, and at the end of the 9th over, the Young Guns are 88 for 2. 88 for 2. Jaleel Clark is on 25 of 16, and Deontay Drew is on 8 of 11 balls. So Clark is just going at a strike rate of 150, just above 150. So that's a very healthy strike rate in terms of T20 cricket. Deontay is just under 100, so he'll be looking to really improve that strike rate and get it up to the 100, 120 once you're above that 120 strike rate. He'll be looking good. I believe It will be the captain that is bowling right now. Picking up proceedings. The spinner's been doing the job so far. It's Teron Busui. Teron Busu. First time in introduction to the attack this afternoon. Good fielding, excellent fielding from the guy down there at the whitish point region. It's definitely stopped the boundary. Another short delivery, and luckily for him again, going straight to man. Good work, good work. Some really, really good work. It seems to be the ploy, bowling that ball just short of a length, not really giving the batsman too much room to cut. But it's been going straight to the fielder. So he'll be wanting trying to hit this ball more in front of square. You know, he'll probably pick up a single. There's a sweeper on the boundary. Swing and a miss. So a very good over comes to an end here from Teron Busu. It's a maiden. And the score, the Young Guns, after the midway stage, the 10 over mark, the Young Guns are 88 for 2 here. And at the halfway stage of their batting innings, after 10 overs, as we say, they are 88 for 2. Jalil Clark on 25 of 22. And Deontay Drew is on 8 of 11 balls. Big Six tournament, big tournament in St. Kitts and Nevis. And we want to say thank you to our sponsors: St. Kitts Tourism Authority, St. Kitts Cricket Association, the St. Kitts Ministry of Sports, D&D Construction, Rick Excavator and Trucking Services, El Dorado Rum, Azul Printers, Smart Electronics, Island Purified Water, Triple S Delights, and Islander Water Sports. These are our sponsors for the 2025 Big Six tournament here in St. Kitts and Nevis, Warner Park. And we will take a short break and we'll be back shortly. Resumption of play. We had a short drinks break, and we are back. And I believe it will be the young leg spinner being introduced into the attack from the media center end. Starts off very nicely. I just love seeing leg spinners in action. It's a dying breed in the Caribbean. Right arm leg spinners. You know, they say leg spinners have a real knack for picking up wickets. Very good fielding and good stop. Rondre Daniel from Nevis, the island of Nevis. First time seeing this youngster in 2023. He was very optimistic of his cricket. I believe he made the Leeward Islands, actually, the Leeward Islands on the 15 team. Daniel. Beautiful shot inside out. Just dropped one bounce into the fielder there, the long off region. So, as I say, Rondre Daniel. So, youngster, he loves his cricket. Whenever he gets a chance to play, he normally plays. Leg spin is not an easy art. So far this over, he's been really good with his line and his lengths. Leg spin takes a lot of control in the mind, and confidence to get that ball up there, trying to allow it to spin. When on par, leg spinners are very dangerous customers. Good delivery. So it's a very good over so far from the young man, Daniel. We're just conceding 3 runs, actually 4 runs off his over so far. 1 ball to come. Good delivery again. It's always good to see these youngsters come out and really display their talent as the over comes to an end. And at the end of the 11th over, the young guns are 93 for 2. Deontay Drew is on 11 of 15 balls, and Jalil Clark is 27 of 24 deliveries. Required run, it has been dropping significantly. Now it's only down to 8.5 runs and over. So kudos to the bowling of the Quali Sports Management team for really pegging things back nicely. At one point, the current run rate would have been about 12 when Pluck and Clark was at the crease going in good guns. But the spin, really pulling things back nicely here on the surface. Just along the leg side, waiting for the umpire to signal. It may just be a wide. As suspected, leg by signaled by the umpire. And so the ploy here from these batsmen, I realize, is just to pick up the singles, ones and twos, try to bat as deep as possible into the innings. You try to get about 7 or 8 runs and over. Sure, if the boundary comes, take it. But they're probably trying to bat as deep as possible here. Picking up the ones and twos. There's a big boundary down there. And they'll just come for 1. So the captain, Teron Busu, he's been excellent so far. Just conceding the 3 runs of his 9 legal deliveries. And as we laud some praise on him, he goes for a boundary. And a beautiful shot, bisecting the 2 fielders nicely here. The guy had short fine leg and wideish point region. An excellent shot there by Drew, picking up a boundary. And the young guns are looking pretty nice here this afternoon. They are 100. The 100 is up. It's 100 for 2. And it might just be another boundary again. Yes, I believe that's it. Another boundary. And just loosening the screws here, the young guns. Picking up a few boundaries here and there. And as you could see on this, the captain's face, he's not happy. He was just guilty of straying down the leg side. And anything down the leg side, these batsmen really try to cash in as much as possible. Better delivery from Basu as the over comes to an end. So at the end of 12, the young guns are 104 for 2. So Jalil Clark has moved on to 36 of 28 deliveries. Really trying to play an anchor role here for his team. And Deontay Drew giving him some good support of 13 of just 17 deliveries. I believe it's the young man again, the long leg spinner, Daniel, to continue. Down the ground, it's up in the air. Fielder settling under it. And he takes a good catch. He fumbled earlier on, but nonetheless, a good delivery, really enticing the batsman to come down the track and have a go. And Drew picks up the all-important wicket here for his team. Deontay Drew, he has to go back to the cleaners. It is 104 for 3. So it was given some flight over the eye line, and as I said earlier on, folks, leg spinning takes a lot of composure and confidence. Young man getting that ball up there, getting a bit of revolutions on the deliveries, enticing the batsman to advance down the track and faulting and getting a wicket. So very good wicket here for the bowler, Daniel. We haven't seen him bowl the wrong and the googly so far. I saw him earlier on in the warm-ups. Was practicing his googly, the young man. We haven't seen it bowl so far. And so far, what I can say about this young man, he's been excellent so far. In a big tournament such as this, Big Six, the batsman really trying to capitalize as much as possible. Trying to bowling these leg breaks. It's no easy task. He's getting the ball up there, and he hasn't bowled a wide delivery so far, so he's been quite accurate, with his line and lengths. He's come a long way, this young man, Daniel. As I said, I've seen him a few years ago. He's always eager to play cricket. Good delivery, and it will just be a single. So the run rate has been going down steadily. It's just on the 8.5 and over. It's Clayton Skeet. So it's Clayton Skeet, the new batsman. Nicely cut, but it'll just be the man on the boundary does the cleanup. So they'll not be worried about that so far. The quality team picking up the ones and twos. They have actually stopped the stem of boundaries, which is very important. So they are creeping back into this one quite nicely. sweep beautifully down the ground. Not down the ground, but a beautiful sweep shot. Goes down to the deep square leg boundary for 4. So the first bad delivery we have actually seen from Daniel so far in his bowling spell. And he got the treatment. It was a real loosener from him. He would want to try to get back, that line and length thereabouts, just about middle and off. The ball will be actually coming into the left-hander and moving away from the right-hander. And it's always difficult bowling to a left-right hand combination. It makes it so much more difficult. You have to change sometimes when you get a single or two every over. You gotta be changing the feel, changing your line and lengths. But nonetheless, that's what this cricket is all about. Thinking, strategizing, planning. Straight down the ground, and it will go into the fence for a 4. It was straight, and it was hit ferociously down the ground for a boundary. So Daniel actually just guilty of pulling that ball a bit too up to the batsman, and the batsman really cashing in nicely here, picking up another boundary. So at the end of the 13th over, the Young Guns are now 115 for free. Jalil Clark has raced on to 40 of 30, playing that real anchor role for his team. And Clayton Skeet just coming to the crease. It's just 6 runs off his 3 deliveries. So I believe it will be the captain to continue. Teran Basu. He's bowled 2 overs for 11 runs so far. Quite tidy stuff. He'll be looking to keep tidy and really maybe pick up a wicket or 2. And they would love to get the wicket here of Karak. As I said, he's played that anchor role nicely for his team so far. Haven't seen Tariq Jeffers being reintroduced into the attack, but one would think that it might not be too long again. Also, they still have a few more up his sleeve. Jeffers, also Carmichael, he was a handful earlier on with the ball, left arm spinner. So they have a lot of options left here. Beautiful shot, glorious shot. Hoiking this one, just clearing the front leg, giving himself some room and hitting this one over wideish long off for a maximum. A beautiful shot there from Clark. Yeah, that was a real fine shot there, folks. And I love when batsmen actually hit the ball through the cover region. It looks so elegant, classy. That shot alone was worth the admission money to come into the stadium here this afternoon. Clark has moved on to 47 of 31 deliveries, steering down the first half century of this Big Six tournament. Batsman come through for a single. So the projected score at this stage, if they keep going at 9 runs per over, they will get to about 182. 182. A real lovely day for cricket here at the Warner Park Stadium. It will go close to the fence. Young man Daniel's giving it some chase, and they will come back for a couple of runs. Sorry. So steady stuff from the young guns. Score moves on to 124 for free. And that would be the 50. Yes, I believe it's a 50. 50 runs for Jaleel Clark. The third half century of this tournament. Jaleel Clark take a ball. It was an excellent inning so far. He has really targeted that cover, wideish cover point area. Really hitting the ball nicely through that area. He's 50 of 34 deliveries. A strike rate of 147. So he's looking good, and he's trying to put his team in a good position here for them to actually launch in the next couple of overs. They are 126 for 3. 14 overs bowled so far. And Clark is not finished yet. He'll be really wanting to bat towards the back end of this innings and really get his team close to that 200 or even over that 200 run mark. New bowler starts off with a wide. Keeping that ball off the leg stump. Started off with a wide and similar, almost going for another wide, just clipping the pad or the thigh pad on the way. Wow, it's a good single, but straight to the fielder. So the fielder was just guilty of, probably they would say he was sleeping on him in that short mid-wicket region. So Curdell, it's a Curdell Crook, who is a new bowler from the media center end. Short, and batsman really making use of that man on the deep square leg boundary. He's been very busy so far in this innings. And as the over comes to an end, at the end of the 15th over, the Young Guns are 129 for free. 129 for free. Jaleel Clark, 51 of 35. And good support given to him by Clayton Skeet. He's 9 of 10 balls. So the run rate is about 8.6 runs per over. In the next couple of overs, they will really want to up the ante here the Young Guns. There's 5 overs left. So 30 legal deliveries to come. What can they get from here? They could get closer to that 70 runs. Get about 70 runs, get towards that 200 mark. That would be a really good score. It's hit hard, high, and handsome. It's gone out of the Warner Park Stadium. Beautiful shot there by the batsman Jaleel Clark. This one was tossed up and got the treatment. Clark just advancing down the track and really dispatching this one with disdain out of the stadium. This one has to be 100 plus meters. That was an excellent shot there by Jaleel Clark. So Brown into the attack. Life Brown. It's greeted with a massive 6. How will he respond here? Short and pulled away. Got the treatment down to the mid-wicket bridging for a boundary. Really bowling a bit too short there. He bowled a bit. First delivery was too full. He got the maximum. In that delivery, just pulled this one down short, and Clark, in the form that he's in, he was never gonna miss out on that. He's raced on to 57 of 36 deliveries. Jaleel Clark, better delivery. Straight in the hands of the fielder here, and Clark has to go. Wow, it was a very sharp catch. It was hit hard. The fielder there, I believe is a captain, Teron Bisu, taking a really, really nice catch. So good comeback here from Brown, picking up the all-important wicket of Jaleel Clark, and he has to go back for 61. He got 61 of 38 deliveries, a strike rate of 160. And he would feel a bit disappointed. He didn't do better than that with this sort of delivery, but nonetheless, an excellent effort by Clark, picking up 61 runs and getting his team into a really good position. And after 15.4 overs, the Young Guns are 139 for 4. It's a new batsman coming to the crease. It's Alex Cyril. So it's Alex Cyril, the new batsman. Will be facing up to Brown. And immediately he's off the mark with a single. So he got hit for 10 runs of his first two deliveries of his spell Brown. And, he came back nicely, picking up the big wicket of Clark. And as the over comes to an end, and at the end of 16, it's 141 for 4. The Young Guns, 4 overs to come. So it will be Croc to continue from the media center end. It will just be a single, nice push down the ground. So these batsmen, you need to bat here and try and bat as deep as possible, take it as far, as possible, and try to get their team, over or close to that 120 mark. It's going to take some good hitting and smart cricket to get to that sort of score. But the Wally sports management team would be really hoping to get them restricted. Anyway, under 180 runs, I believe they'll be happy. In one stage of the match, the projected score was 238 runs, folks. So credit must be made to the bowlers of the quality team. And it's down the ground, and it's almost it almost got to us here at the commentary booth. And a beautiful shot, just advancing down the track and dispatching this one over the bowler's head for a maximum. That was an excellent shot there by the batsman Cyril. What they would want to do as well, yes, they want to pick up the boundaries, but they want to really keep rotating strike as well. Because it seems that Cyril is quite comfortably just sitting back and trying to just pick up the boundaries. But, in this sort of matches and at that stage of the game, singles and ones and twos are very important. You get a 6 of the first ball and you pick up 4 singles, that's 10 runs off the over. So smart cricket needs to be played here from here on by these batters of the Young Guns. Nice touch. Excellent fielding down there as well. Wide point region. So at the end of the 17th over, it's 149 for 4. 149 for 4. 3 overs to come. 18 legal deliveries to come. And as we see, the current run rate is actually stagnant at the moment. It's just about 8 under 9 runs and over. And as I said, the Quality Sports Management team would be happy with the way things have gone so far, especially in the past 5 or 6 overs. Just a slight delay. Batsmen picking up their helmets. It's a real hot day here at the Warner Park Cricket Ground. Urging people to come out and support this Big Six tournament. Wonderful cricket we've been greeted to yesterday and today. We have not been disappointed. So urging everybody, there's another game coming up at 6:30. So if you're not here for the first game, there's still another game to come later on. Maximum Strikers will be looking for their second win today. Trying to come back for a second run, but not able. As you see, Adrian Williams reintroduced into the attack. He opened the bowling, but he bowled from the media center end. Right now, he's bowling from the city end. Wide delivery. So I believe that's the 150. The 150 is up for the Young Guns. Yesterday they scored somewhere about 193 and 189 their odds, and it wasn't enough. Spliced down to the man on the sweep, and it'll just be one. Good delivery, very good delivery from Williams. Those Yorker deliveries, they're also important, especially in the back end of these innings. It's always smart cricket, not trying not to be too predictable, keeping the batsman honest in this sort of format of cricket. You don't want to be predictable. So, good thinking from Williams. Heavy ball. And so very good over so far. Just 3 runs coming from it. Not a heavy ball. Well, excellent stuff there from Williams so far. It's been looking good. He's bounced back nicely. Before his reintroduction into this spell, the second spell, he was going at over 12 runs per over. Adrian Williams, I believe it was probably change of ends, probably change his fortunes. It's up in the air, and the fielder will just watch it sail over his head for a maximum, a beautiful shot. 6 runs for Cyril, hitting this one a full delivery. And as we said, the man on the long on bridge and could just watch it. He could be a spectator. It was miles over his head into the 6th stand here at Warner Park and picking up a maximum. So at the end of the 18th over, the score is 158 for 4. The Young Guns, they have been pegged back very nicely from the Quality Sports Management team. They are running out of overs to get towards that 200 run mark, and it might not be any easier. Carmichael has been reinserted back into the attack from the media center end. He's been very tidy so far. His first 2 overs, giving nothing away. Well, he bowled 3 overs, so he's conceded 23 runs just going at under 8 runs per over, 7.6 runs per over, picking up the wicket. So he'll be in his final over here. He'll be bowling to Clayton Skeet. They'll be trying to get a kick on with things here. They have kind of lost their way at one point. The 200 run mark was really truly on the cards here. But credit must be made to the bowling attack of the Quality Sports Management team that pegged back them. Hit hard down the ground. Might just be the one. And keeps it at 1. It's up in the air. Fielders under it, the captain Teron, and takes it. A very simple catch. Ball spinning away from Cyril. And he was trying to hit that one through the mid-wicket region. But that ball going away from him and he's trying to hit in the opposite direction. It's always going to be trouble. So another wicket has to go down for the Young Guns. So the score is 159 for 5. 159 for 5. They're really losing their way at the moment, the Young Guns. What seemed to be a very promising early run stand, has been proven right now to be what would have been. So it's safe to say they will not get towards that 200 run mark. So at this stage, if they could get to anywhere about 170, 180, they would feel a bit better. But at the moment, as I said, Carmichael is very experienced. It's not going to make it easy for the Young Guns batsmen. New batsman at the crease is Alvin Cyril. Yes, Alvin Cyril. Straight down the ground and it goes over the ropes for 6. Well, Carmichael gave him the carrot, enticing him for the drive, and Cyril really equal to the task, hitting this one over the long off man and picking up a boundary, a maximum. Bit of turn there from Carmichael. Maybe looking to finish well here, Carmichael. Cyril will be looking to pounce on anything loose in his arc. It will just be a single. They might try to come back for 2, but decide against it smartly. So the score has moved on. It's 166 for 5. 166 for 5. The Young Guns. They're trying to maximum and trying to maximize and get as much as possible. It's up in the air and it's going, and it's gone over the ropes. A maximum, a big hit by Clayton Skeet. He's been there for some time now. He's faced 15 deliveries and he is on 19 of 15 deliveries, actually, Clayton Skeet picking up a maximum. Excellent shot there by him. And the over comes to an end. And after 19 overs, is 172 for 5. The Young Guns. I believe it will be Williams to continue. He'll end proceedings, bowl the final over of this contest. He'll be bowling to Cyril. Cyril signaling his intent early on in this. Might just be. No, the umpire said it's not a wide. So it was just safe. So dot delivery in final over. Another delivery. And it's not a wide. Well, the umpire decision is final. But it was really close to that line, flirting with that line. I guess that's the ploy here from Williams. Looking to get anything in his arc. So another delivery again. So I guess that's a ploy. Definitely that's a ploy. With the man down there on the third man boundary. It's been 3 balls, 3 dots in the final over. So that's impressive stuff so far from Williams. Swing and a miss. So it's been 4 balls, 4 dot deliveries. Very impressive stuff here by Williams. Exactly what his captain would have asked him to do. Try to get as much dot deliveries in as possible. Cyril has been swinging for the fences, not been able to make any contact with the ball. He has 2 deliveries to make up for that. What can he do? What can he get here for his team? He needs a few boundaries. Short delivery. And they will come again for a single. And they will get it quite comfortably. But Williams will be happy with the way things go in his captain. He's just conceded the 1 run of the final over. And it's very important, to get momentum on your side in these closing overs. A few dot deliveries here and there can really swing the game in the favor of the Quali Sports Management team. Final over, final ball. And it's slapped down the ground. And I'm sure they're going to come back for 2. Yeah, they're coming back for 2. And they will get it quite comfortably here. The Young Guns. So the Young Guns, after 20 overs, they finish on 175 for 5. 175 for 5 here by the Young Guns. Doing the damage, doing the work for them is Clark leading the way, 61 of 39 deliveries, and Tilo Kani getting 33 of 16, and Carlton Pluck giving him some good support with 21. So they finish on 175 for 5 at the midway stage. So when the Quality Sports Management team comes out to bat, they will need to get 176 runs for victory to win this match. So we'll be back shortly here, folks, with the resumption or the reply of the innings here by the both teams. So stay tuned. We're back here at the Warner Park Cricket Ground for the Big Six tournament. The resumption of play in response to 175 posted by the Young Guns cricket team. Young Guns franchise is posting 175 with the bat. The Quality Sports Club, they will have to respond and respond well here. Both teams eager for a victory here this afternoon, coming up short in their matches yesterday. They'll be looking for a victory. And Tyrese Jeffers and Tariq Newman will be entrusted with opening the innings. And then the opening bowler will be Abraham. He'll be bowling from the media center end. So we're on the way here. Nice start there by the bowler. It's Amsford Richards. My apologies here, folks. Amsford Richards will be taking up the attack from the media center end. And they're on the way. Their first run of the bat. So they need to go at just under 9 runs and over. It's nothing difficult, but in cricket, they say cricket is a sport of various uncertainties. You can never know what can happen. You know, it could be a very interesting game, which I believe it may be just interesting. Judging by the power play, we'll see what happens, how they go about their business here. Quali. Tyreke Jeffers is in some form. He plays for this franchise. A local match, he got 100. I believe it was a couple of weeks ago against the Police Sports Club. So he's a man in form. He'll be facing up to Richards. Richards trying to get that ball to move away from him. Straight and hit. Loud appeal there by the fielders, and the umpire says not out. Good delivery. Tyreke Jeffers just guilty of trying to play that one across the line. It's better off hitting it through the offside and through the V. Very difficult chance. It will go down as a drop chance, but nonetheless, just a bit of movement into the left-hander from Richards. So streaky start here from the Quali Sports Management team. Yesterday we saw a similar score being posted by the Young Guns. They fell short yesterday, so they'll be looking to make amends for what happened yesterday. Really coming up, try and come up with the goods to what needs to be done. It's all about putting the ball in the right areas, restricting the batsmen, applying pressure, and picking up wickets. So after the first over, the Quali Sports Club in response, they are just 2 without loss in the first over. They need 174 runs to clinch victory here. They need to do it, and they need to do it in 114 balls. So we have a match on our hands here, folks. The required run rate is just about 9 runs per over. It's intriguing that they really start well here. The Quality Sports Club, Sports Management team, give themselves some time. It's a wicket you can give yourself some time. Have a look. Play within the V. Pick up the ones and twos. Obviously, the boundary balls, when they're on offer, take them. But nonetheless, they need to be very watchful here. Wide down the leg side. Signal by the umpire. Jaleel Clark started off very well this afternoon. Really anchoring the innings and getting his team to a defendable total of 175. On a wicket that will improve for batting as the afternoon progresses. As they say in cricket, runs on the board is runs on the board. You could post a low score or a very high score. The team in response has to deliver and they have to get that score. If not, they lose. It's as simple as that, folks. Another ball down the leg side. So I believe it's Tyrese Murray into the attack. Tyrese Murray is bowling from the City end. And another wide. Well, he has not been directing those deliveries properly. And quite rightfully, the captain is have a word with him. You need to start well here. You need to really be bang on target with your line and your lengths. Very little room for error in this match or in this tournament, I must say. It's up in the air. Fielders under it, and it will just drop safe. I'm not too sure where Tariq Jeffers was trying to hit that one. It was a full toss, and he could have probably hit this one anywhere. Almost hit it straight into a man's hand. Pulled away, and it will just drop short on the man down there on the deep backward square region. And they'll come through for a single. Lovely day for cricket here at the Warner Park Cricket Ground. We want to say thank you to our sponsors here. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority, the St. Kitts Cricket Association, St. Kitts Ministry of Sports, D&D Construction, Rick, Excavator and Trucking Service, Eldorado Rum, Azul Printers, Smart Electronics, Island Purified Water, Trebless Delights, and Island Water Sports. So you want to tell them thank you for their sponsors. And we look forward to doing more work here in the Big Six tournament with our sponsors. And while we're on that, Tariq Jeffers loosened the screws with a boundary, picking up the first boundary of the innings for his team. So they've raced on to 7. My correction is 13. 13 without loss here. It's been a very long over from Murray. Edge and taken. And he's given out. Yeah, it was a big edge. You could hear that. Tyreke Jeffers, a ball pitched outside the off stump. Trying to hit this one a bit too hard and getting out. He will be really disappointed to get out like that in this fashion on a wicket that is batting friendly. Well, Tyreke Jeffers, he will take no more part with the bat here this afternoon. And the score right now is 13-1, the Quali Sports Management team. New batsman is to Jerry Clark, right-handed batsman. Jerry Clark. He'll be facing up to Murray. Murray has been loose earlier on, but he came back nicely, picking up the wicket of Jeffers. And he's coming through for a single. Risky business here from the quality team. And luckily, it wasn't picked up cleanly and thrown into the stumps, because we have a run on our hands here. So at the end of the over, an eventful over, the score is now 14 for 1. They require 163 runs of the next 109 deliveries. So Richards to continue from the media center end. He'll be bowling to Clark. Good delivery, good testing delivery outside the line of the off stump. Clark flirting with this one. Luckily, he didn't get a niggle on it. And then he would be well on his way. So good start there from the young guns. This one taking the outside edge, going down to the man down there at the third man region. Risky business again there from Quali. And they're coming on. Another run out is in. And luckily again. Well, it's a comedy of errors out there, folks. And the Quali Sports Management team, they are not doing themselves any favors. They need to get tighter here, running between the sticks. Or else we'll definitely see a run out very shortly. So Richards has bowled very nicely so far in this spell, not really giving anything away. Batsmen haven't done themselves any favors, been very, very tight. And as we're saying that he's been very economical, he's been dispatched over the deep square leg boundary for 4. Wow, that was a beautiful shot there by the batsman, just easing into it and just working it over the man head down there on the square leg boundary. So a welcome boundary for the Squally Sports Management team. So another good delivery there. Good comeback by Richards. Really enticing the drive. And at the end of the over, the Squally Sports Management team, they are on 19 for 1. The score is 19 for 1. They require 157 runs for victory of 102 balls. The required run rate has just lifted a bit. It's about just under 9.5 runs per over. So they need to keep it under control here. You know, have a look, yes, but pick up the ones and twos. 1-2 full the basket. The boundary balls are on offer, then you put it away, and they're well on their way. So very interesting times here at the Warner Park Cricket Ground. Wide down the leg side. Did it brush something? Yes, I believe it brushed something on its way. So I believe it's Murray to continue. He's had his problems with the wide deliveries in the previous over. Starts off over wide again this over. They do not need that. They need to really keep things tight here. Be tidy. Be as tidy as possible. Attack the stumps. Another wide delivery down the leg side. Well, he has not been able to negotiate those deliveries very well here this afternoon. So it's signaled a no ball as well. And it will be a free hit. Free hit. Hit down there to the mid-wicket region. It will go close to the boundary, but some excellent fielding there by the fielder down there on the boundary. Only restrict them to 2. And it's bullied over the man down there. Well, he'll just watch it and he'll be a spectator. That was an excellent shot. I believe he did premeditate this one, hitting this one down to the long on region for a big 6. So the score is now 28 for 1 here, folks. Clock is on 10. And this one is up in the air. The mid off is under it. Settles on it and takes a very nice catch. That's a good catch down there. And another wicket goes down. Clark has to go back. He showed some signs of getting on with things, but nonetheless, he has to go back to the cleaners. The score is now 28 for 2. So they require a further 148 runs for victory. They need to do it in 98 balls. It's still very gettable. They just need to really forge a really good partnership here between these two. Brown comes to the crease. He'll be looking to really stabilize the innings here for his team. Pick up the ones and twos. And obviously the boundary balls will come. Good delivery. Pitched up. And so Murray has had his problems with the wides, but he has picked up 2 wickets. He's a bit expensive, just about 12.5 runs per over. But importantly, he's picked up those 2 wickets. Now, the end of the fourth over, it's 28 for 2. The Quali Sports Management. As we are seeing the shadows just being cast across the outfield. Evening is quickly approaching here at Warner Park. Richards to continue. He's into his third over. He's just gone for just the 7 runs of his 2 overs. Straight down the ground. Beautiful shot. Glorious shot. Just hitting this one straight as your uncle. Not trying to overhit that ball and really picking up a boundary. That has to be one of the shots of the afternoons. Excellent shot there by the batsman. It's T20 cricket, folks. It's still room to play normal cricket shots. Obviously, sometimes you got to be unorthodox, but you can have a look. You can still play proper cricket shots, as we just saw. Nicely timed, but straight to man. Richards has been excellent so far. He's both very straight. Always testing the batsman outside the line of the off stump. Nice shot. Stopped by the fielder. We see a lot of young players in this tournament. It's always good to see. It's always good for a tournament, allowing the younger players to really have a go, getting them exposed, to more experienced cricketers. This is what the Big Six tournament does. Allows players the opportunity to showcase their talent. And almost had a wicket there. So Richards finishes off. And at the end of the over, the Quali Sports Management team are 34 for 2. They require 142 runs for victory. They need to do it in 90 balls. The required run rate is just about 9.5 and over. It's still very manageable. Up in the air, fielders under it, and takes a simple catch. Very unfortunate way to get out. That was a full delivery. He tried to turn it onto the leg side, and he took the top edge of the bat on the shoulder of the bat and just go to the man there just in the point region. So welcome wicket there for the Young Guns. And they lose another wicket. So the Quali Sports management. There's 3 wickets down. It's 34 for 3. New batsman to the crease is Tyree Jeffers. Tyree Jeffers. Tyrese Jeffers is at the crease. Loud appeal. They'll scamper through for a single and they'll get it comfortably in the end. Umpire would be more interested if it was more accurate throw onto the stumps. Another wide delivery. They'll come back for, they'll take a single. Lots of cricket remaining to play here this evening. There's another match on our hands here. Maximum Strikers. They'll be coming up against the City Sunrisers here this evening. It'll be a very important match. Two teams winning their matches yesterday. We're looking to continue in that same vein. So if you're at home and you're looking for something to do, you come down to the Warner Park cricket ground. There'll be some special cricket this evening. Very exciting. Big Six continues here this evening. Short wide and it's cut away nicely down to the boundary, the deep cover boundary for 4. That was an excellent shot. Just waited on it and timed it nicely over the infield, and he got the treatment. He got the treatment. It's another no ball. The umpire signaling a free hit. So 3 runs on offer here for these batsmen. Not what the captain would have wanted from his bowler. It hit high, hard, and onto the roof at Warner Park here. A beautiful shot. Really, really and truly, that's a massive hit here by Jeffers and picking up a maximum. And the score, after 6 overs, it is 47 for 3, the Quality Sports Management team. 47 for 3. 47 for 3. The required run rate is 9.2 runs per over. Now, as I believe it might just be some spin being introduced into the attack for the first time in this innings. Bowler starts off with a dot delivery. Be Clayton Skeet, man with the ball. So far, so good. Bowling in nice areas, bowling right up in the block hole. The field has been relaxed a bit. The power play, the batting power play is up. It's up in the air. The man under it, and it just drops in front of him. And luckily, the batsman lives to see another day. That was up in the air, but it was traveling some distance. It hasn't been very good running by by these batsmen here from Quali. Need to run between the wickets better than that, for sure. Skeet seems very comfortably bowling that ball outside the off stump. As the over comes to an end, first over from Skeet. The score now is 49 for 3. Yeah, I believe it's all spin attack right now from both ends. Spin to operate from the City end. Short delivery, and luckily for him, they're gonna push for 2, and I believe they'll get it quite comfortably. Excellent running by the 2. Alvin Cyril New bowler, Alvin Cyril, trying to get that ball coming into the right-hander off spinner. Good fielding there by Cyril, realizing the ploy there by the batsman, trying to do the similar thing he did the previous delivery, just pushing it into those wide open spaces on the leg side. Nice looking shot there by Jeffers. The two batsmen at the crease, their surname are Jeffers. Tyrese Jeffers and Tyree Jeffers. Shot in the air and dropped chance there by Tilokani, and they'll come back for two and they'll get it quite comfortably. And the batsman realizing the drop opportunity, capitalizing on it and taking the other run. $55 for free. 55 for free. Hasn't been a very bad over from Cyril. Just 6 runs coming. 6 runs. Yeah, just 6 runs coming off it. So at the end of the 8th, it's 55 for free. The run rate has gone up a bit. It's above 10 runs and over. They need to keep an eye on that. The quality team. Skeet to continue from the media center end. Straight to man. Down the track, and he has to keep walking. That was an excellent delivery. Gave it some air, realizing he was coming down the track, and gave it some more air. Just a hint of swing, and he stumped. Good effort and good work by the keeper there. And the quality team suffer another wicket. It's 4 wickets down now here. They had some sort of trouble, a spot of bother, I would say. And the score is now 55 for 4. New batsman, I believe, is the captain, Coming to the crease, Teron Bosu. He needs to play a real captain's innings here this afternoon to get his team over the line here. Smart cricket, picking up the ones and twos, pushing, getting the boundary balls. It will come, putting it away, and just forging partnerships. They need to get a partnership going here. And there'll just be one, so he's off the strike immediately. Basu. So Skeet has bowled excellently so far. He hasn't tossed the ball up regularly. And he has to, enticing that drive, bringing the men mid on and mid off into play. And, with that flight delivery. Normally, he's just quite content in just keeping the batsman quiet, keeping that ball outside the line of the off stump. Nice touch. They're going to push. They're going to try to come back for two. And they will get it. Good running between the sticks by these two. And Jeffers was always pushing to get two. And he got it comfortably. We've seen a lot of batsmen try and hit that ball through towards the sweeper down there in deep cover. It's really good to see the players playing normal cricket shots as opposed to trying to hit that ball from mid-wicket. Most of the times, batsmen favor that mid-wicket region. It's good to see. It's always scoring opportunities through the offside. My thing is that, folks, you have to hit the ball where it is. Sometimes the ball is spinning just a bit. It makes no sense to hit the opposite direction of the ball is spinning in the other direction. So it goes, you hit it on the offside, it's coming through the offside, you hit it through the offside. It goes down the leg side, you hit it through the leg side. Sometimes some players try to be too innovative. It comes off sometimes, but sometimes it becomes horribly wrong when it goes badly. Cyril to continue. .59 for 4 the score. Short and cut away. The batsman might come back for 2. Yes, and they'll get it quite nicely. So Jeffers has really been pushing for those ones and twos in the outfield. He's getting them. He's raced on to 19. It's 19 or 13 deliveries. And one would feel he would need to bat as deep as possible into his innings here to give his team a chance. Caught, beautiful shot. And it will go down into the boundary for 4. So he's quite strong through that area, that point region, gully point region. And he picks up a boundary. Welcome boundary here for the quality team. So that required run rate is just pushing up to just under 10.5 and over. And they're going to try and push for 2 again. And they decide against it, and quite rightfully so. Bisu needs to really give Jefferson some support. Sorry, give him some support. Pick up the ones and twos, turn over the strike to him. As I said, partnerships. It's all about partnerships at the moment. Hmm. The young guns would really try to squeeze the pressure, pick up a few more wickets, put them under more pressure. Both teams looking for a W by the name here this afternoon. Short and down to the long off region. Come back for a single. So at the end of 10 overs, at the halfway stage, we're going to take a drinks break. The score is 67 for 4. The Quality Sports Management team in search of 176 for victory. They require a further 109 runs for victory. Of 60 balls, they need to do it in just under 11 runs and over. Actually, 10.9 runs per over. So they would need to really get a kick on with things when they return after this drinks break. So we'll take a break and we'll be back shortly. Looking at 106, the 8. And Terran Basu, he's on 10 off just 7 deliveries. New bowler, I believe it might just be Murphy. He was making his way back into the attack, I believe. He had his problems with the wides, but he picked up Fury. He's picked up Fury because in the context. Nice looking shot there by Su. Just keeps it to 1. And that's what they need to do. Just get that scoreboard ticking over. Keep that scoreboard ticking over. Back and forth. Pick up the boundaries. The boundary balls will come. It's just a matter of capitalizing on them when they are on offer. Short and wide again, but there's protection for that down on the boundary. It's a massive boundary down there. The deep cover region, I believe it's somewhere in about 70 meters, 73, 72 meters. So it's gonna take some real big hitting to hit sixes or get maximums down in that region. Beautiful Sunday in Sweet Sugar City, St. Kitts and Nevis. Well, St. Kitts, sorry. Excellent fielding there down at the mid-wicket region. And he's pulled this one, and the man at the mid-wicket region will just be a spectator that's gone out of the ground into the streets for a massive 6. Wow, that was a big blow there by Jeffers. He has raced on to 39 of 21 deliveries, striking at 185 runs. Well, he's striking at 185, sorry. They moved on to 91 for 4. 85 runs for victory. They need to do it in 50 balls. Required run rate is just above 10 runs. So it's still fairly even Stevens at the moment. Let's pull this one. It'll just drop short of the man down there on the mid-wicket region. Come back for a single. It's glorious cricket here at the Warner Park Cricket Ground. So at the end of the 12th over, the Quality Sports Management is 93 for 4. 83 runs for victory, 48 balls to come. The game is really and truly in the balance. And one would think this partnership here, they would really need to take things really further and deep into the innings if they are to get over the line here this afternoon. Jeffers is on 40. Teron is on 13. Pushing, but it'll just be one. And he may come back for two. Yes. No, the umpire says no run. Ball trickled onto her feet. They got a run. The umpire says no run. So it's Skeet picks up back the bowling from that end. He was quite tidy in his previous spell. He just went for 6 runs off his 2 overs. He will be looking to replicate that and maybe pick up a wicket or 2 here. Good delivery, good delivery. Just slowing it up into the surface, getting that ball to spin away. Thinking, at least it shows he's thinking of the cricket, what he really wants to do, trying not to be predictable. Good shot. That's an excellent shot there. Glorious. All around the carpet for another boundary. Well, Jeffers has decided to put this team on his back today and really carry them, well, at least try to carry them over the line here. He's moved on to 44. And the score is now 98 for 4. I believe we might just have a nail biter of a finish here this afternoon between these two teams, eager for victory. The game is still very much in the balance. He's gone straight, and it will just go into the boundary for 4. The fielder Skeet is not happy. He was expecting his fielder to do a better job, give him some more support in the field, and goes for a boundary. And the 100 is up for the Quality Sports team management. They are now 102 for 4. We're back here at Warner Park for the resumption. It's a slight break, a delay. It's 102 for 4. And he goes high, hard, and it's handsome. Glorious shot there by Jeffers, and I believe that's his half century. Beautifully batted and well deserved by Jeffers. 54 of 26 deliveries. He's striking at over 200, and that is an excellent knock. As I said earlier on, he's really putting this team on his back and carrying the team. Fourth half century of this tournament. And Jeffers is not done yet here, folks. He's going to try his best to get his team over the line. We'll see how it goes. He's got a half century. Will he continue in the same vein? We'll have to wait and see. Interesting times. Good delivery. This one came back in with the arm. That was basically the arm ball. So Skeet showing his versatility. And as the over comes to an end, Quali is now 108 for 4. They require a further 68 runs for victory. 42 deliveries to come. We need to go at just under 10 runs per over. He's getting some good support there from the captain, Teron Basu. And since after the water break, they have really been more agile, more aggressive in their stroke play, more intent. So quite rightfully so, the run rate was trying to get away from them, realizing that they need to get, just step on the gas just a bit. And they're in a much better position right now. I believe Cyril will be back into the attack. His first 2 overs went for 14 runs. Quite tidy stuff. It's up in the air. And it will just be the single. For a moment there, I thought the field in the mid-off region was in business. But nonetheless, but they need a wicket here. They need a wicket or 2 here, the young guns, to really get back a stronghold in this contest. At the moment, if these 2 stay here at the crease, Jeffers and Tehran, it will be easy pickings for them to get home. So something needs to happen here. It needs to happen quickly. Full toss. Luckily for Cyril, it wasn't dispatched. It will just be 1. So Tyree Jeffers has looked really good so far. He's started off a bit shaky, but really come to the fore. Got his eye in, as they say. And Captain Teron Bissou pulling this one nicely down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. So welcome runs for Quali. The score now moves on to 114. 114 for 4. As we see this, the floodlights has just been turned on here at Warner Park. Alright, to go down again for another good stop. It will just be 2. For a moment there, I thought it would have gone into the boundary. For Bice, Richards doing the job down there. Amersfoort Richards. It's up in the air. Fielder's under it and takes a very simple catch. And Teron, the captain, skipper, Teron Bissou, he has to go back to the cleaners. This one, he got a top edge on it. And unfortunately for him, it went straight to the man there at the short fine leg region. And wicket for the Young Guns. Big Six tournament. Excellent tournament. Started off yesterday with a bang. Today we're here again with more interesting cricket. And all this will not be possible, folks, without our sponsors. We want to say thank you to our sponsors: St. Kitts Tourism Authority, the St. Kitts Cricket Association, St. Kitts Ministry of Sports, D&D Constructions, Rick Excavator and Trucking Service, Eldorado Rum, Azul Printers, Smart Electronics, Island Purified Water, Triple S Delights, and Islander Water Sports. These are the sponsors for the 2025 Big Six Cricket Tournament. New batsman coming to the crease, Adrian Williams. He did a very good job with the ball, especially in the final over when they were out bowling. Over comes to an end. Cyril has figures of 1 for 22 of his 3 overs, just going over 7 runs per over. Very tidy stuff. So a real discussion happening there amongst captain and senior players. What would probably be the next move? Very interesting times here. 5 wickets down, 121 runs on the board. They need another 60 runs of 36 balls. So it's really and truly, it all depends on the way that the Jeffers bats. He's been excellent so far. He's 55 of 28. And if they could probably get Jeffers, they're really in with a chance here. 2 new batsmen at the crease. They will need to get the eye in, get the movements of the wicket, assess the pitch first, and that will take some time, a few deliveries. So they will need to probably dislodge Jeffers if they are with a chance. Down the ground and misstumped. A misstumped opportunity. And as we say that, well, something called the commentator's curse, folks. And every time the commentator's blood praises on the batsman, something happens. Or the bowler. Jeffers coming down the track, and he was left in no man's land. Carlton, what did you just do? Miss-stumping opportunity. Was that the game? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Fine looking shot. Are they going to try and come for 2? Yes. And quite rightfully so, they do it good. Yeah, as I said, he's been running excellently through the sticks. Jeffers. Good delivery. And keeping him on his skeet. It's been really, really good so far. 1 for 23. He's looking to end well here. Trying to pick up the wicket of Jeffers. The prize wicket. He's 57 of 30 deliveries. Down the ground again, as we said, and he stomped out the ground. Tried it the first time, the beginning of the over, and skeet just changing his direction and enticing the batsman to come down the track, lofting this one, flighting this one, and Jeffers trying to come down the track and he gets out. Big wicket here in the context of the match. Tyree Jeffers getting 57 runs. Well, really and truly, the game is really back in the balance here. As I said, if they had a chance, they would have to get Jeffers out, and there's two new batsmen at the crease. The required run rate is 10.5. Two new batsmen at the crease, and that you would feel at this time requiring 58 runs of 33 balls. It slightly give the young guns the edge in this contest. So it's been a back and forth kind of contest here, folks, by these two teams. New batsman is Jaden Carmichael. He was excellent with the ball this afternoon. It's now his turn to see him with the bat. He needs to get pushing right now. It's almost 11 runs and over that required run rate, and you don't want to get it out of hand. Going up to 13, 14, 15, you don't need that. So you need to play some smart cricket here. Rotate, pick up the ones and twos, assess quickly, and really get on with things. Dot delivery. Skeet 2 for 32. He has 2 deliveries to come. Actually, 1 delivery to come. He's going back, switching sides from around the wicket to over the wicket, trying not to be predictable. This one is hit in between, and they will come through for 2, and they'll get it quite comfortably. So Skeet's spell comes to an end. He finishes with figures of 2 for 25, 2 for 25, economy rate of 6.2 and over. Excellent stuff here. And Quali are now 120 for 6. They require a further 56 runs for victory, of 30 balls, 4 wickets in hand, and the required run rate is at 11.2 runs per over. New bowler into the attack from the City end. Starts off with a full toss. Luckily for him, it wasn't dispatched. It's up in the air, and the fielder's under it and takes a very nice catch straight down the throat of the man on the long off region. And another wicket goes down. And Adrian Williams has to go back for a duck. Score is now 120 for 6. And this is what wickets do. When you have set batsmen at the crease, you try to take it home, as close home or over the line as possible. You don't leave for anybody right now, really and truly. Someone needs to put up their hand in the batting lineup and come up with the goods. Young guns taking a strong hold in this contest. Needs to see something special by one of these two, Carmichael, Pemberton, new batsman at the crease. Jalil Clark, the new bowler. Featured earlier on today. Got a beautiful 61, elegant looking knock. Hit the balls through the offside pretty nicely. And, he ran well between the sticks. He's on show here with the ball as well. He picked up a wicket already. Another dot delivery. And required run, which is edging towards that 12-run mark. What they didn't want. Another good delivery in the block hole from Clark. Short. They will come back for a single. And they'll get it comfortably. Brings Carmichael on strike. Jaden Carmichael. Sorry. It's 121 for 7. Nice push down the ground, but it will just be for 1. The over comes to an end. The score is now 127. 22 for 7, sorry. 54 runs needed of 24 legitimate deliveries. Richards is back into the attack. He has figures of 3 for 13. Well, 3 overs for 13 runs. So no wickets in that column as yet. Starts off with a wide delivery. Nice looking shot. And they're coming back for two. And yes, he's run out. Pemberton, I believe he has to go back to the cleaners. Yes, he knew it. He's struggling. Carmichael was pushing for the 2. And unfortunately, he didn't make it. So wicket goes down. It's 8 wickets down now. And the Quality Sports management team are in some serious trouble here at the moment. It is now 123 for 8. Carmichael right up in the block hole from the bowler. And this is the areas you want to bowl. You want to bowl that ball way up in the block hole. You really cram the batsman for room. Try them, allow them to try and be inventive. Sometimes being inventive can cost you your wicket. Straight back over the bowler's head from Carmichael. And it will just be a single. Was hit ferociously. And as we said, being inventive, allow them to make the mistakes. Good over so far from Richards. Two deliveries to come off his over. And it will just be a single. Andre Drew, the new batsman, the leg spinner. It's up in the air, and the ball just wins the race here. A welcome boundary for Carmichael and Quali. So at the end of the over, it's 130 for 8. Quali Sports Management, 130 for 8. They require 46 runs to win off 18 deliveries. They need to do it at 15 runs and over. So right now it's really do or die here. Believe that Carmichael maybe would just be the only hope for the Quali team. You need some big ones. You need a big over in excess of 20 plus to really get back in contention of winning this match. Coming for the single. The batsman wanted the single, wanted to get Carmichael on strike, and he does just that. Andre Daniel. Full toss, hit straight down the ground. $132 for 8. 44 runs required for victory. They need something big here. They need a massive over here. As I said, that required run rate is at 16.5 and over. And it's climbing. And he bowled him. Youngster is bowled. Rondre Daniel have his off stump knocked out of the ground. And really and truly, he never had a chance, really. Just keep trying, applying the pressure. He needed to get off strike. He needed to do something. And one would feel really and truly 1 wicket away for victory for the Young Guns. Cadell Crook at the crease. It's the last batsman. It's 132 for 9. Clock to continue to the new batsman Crook. They need more than that. They need boundaries. I think Carmichael needs to be on strike. Just 1 wicket left for victory. $132 for 9. Quality Sports Management. Young Guns posting 175 in their turn at the crease this afternoon. Really and truly. And he's caught. It's caught. Great Peter bowling there from Jaleel Clark, picking up 3 wickets at the end. And victory for the Young Guns. Young Guns winning this game by 44 runs and getting their first win in this tournament. Much needed victory. Quality sports management will really have to go back to the drawing board. Losing 2 here, lost one this yesterday, losing again today. So they would need to re-strategize and come back here with a new game plan on Tuesday when they play their next match. But story here, folks. The Young Guns victorious here, winning by 44 runs, getting their first victory in this Big Six tournament. As we've seen the players doing some good gestures, some sportsmanship, shaking hands. Also, we had a beautiful game of cricket here, folks. Interested, and stay tuned. There is another match on the way here this evening. We got the City Sunrisers coming up against the Maximum Strikers here shortly. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right on with the post-match presentation.